everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. It is I, JoJo Talks Too Much, your anime watching hobbit man, and if you're new here, hi. I don't make content here very often, but today we are here to talk about Tadaima Okaeri, episode 1, and I am very excited to get into it, so let's go ahead and talk about it, no further delay. These two are just, I love them. I love them immediately. They are wonderful. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 couple. I think one of the things that I really like so far in regards to Tadaima Okaeri is the way that they are portraying same-sex couples and like a same-sex household. And so like one of the elements that we see is that there are some people who are like a bit weird about it. There's their one neighbor who is like kind of a toolbox, who is like vaguely homophobic at the end of the episode. But generally speaking, it is seen as like a bit different, but not like something that should be like scoffed at or like disgusted by. It's just sort of like just two dudes. They're raising their kid. They're doing good. I will say what I was surprised to find out was that this is Omegaverse. I didn't know that going in, so that was a bit of a surprise. But I am honestly, I'm kind of here for it. I was a little surprised by it, admittedly, but because there's the scene where they're talking, like this like TV reporter is talking about like some actress or whatever, and how like she's an alpha, but the guy who she's interested is an omega, and blah blah blah, and I'm like, oh no. Oh no. I'm not usually wrong emotion. I'm not usually a fan of Omegaverse stuff. It's not usually my cup of tea, but I was like, okay, you know what? Based off the fact that A, it's Dean and I trust them, and B, that it is just the way that they had portrayed the main couple in the beginning, Masaki and Hiro. Forgot his name for a second. Masaki and Hiro's relationship, I was very much like, okay, you know what? I will forgive the Omegaverse stuff. And then the impreg stuff happened, and that surprised me. I was not expecting impreg in this story, but that's okay. I was a little caught off guard by it. Not my cup of tea. Not usually into that, but you know what? Again, based off the way that the main couple has been treated and the way that they're handling it and the fact that it's Dean and I trust them, I am okay with it. On top of that, Hikari, their son, is so cute. Holy shit. This little dude, this is a good kid. This is like a good kid. Normally, in a lot of anime, kid characters tend to kind of irritate the hell out of me. Not Hikari, though. Hikari, you can tell like he's being raised by good parents. He's a good kid who, you know, he gets things like a little confused. There's that whole scene towards like the Christmas part of the episode, which was interesting to have a Christmas episode in the middle of April, but you know, it'd be like that sometimes. I'm assuming just the manga started coming out around Christmas, so you know when the anime got around to it, it's April. It'd be like that. It's fine. But Hikari confusing every star with himself is so cute because they tell him, you know, like your name comes from the fact that you're like a shining star that is going to like kind of, you know, guide us when things get rough. So Hikari like immediately seeing every star and being like, it's a big me, you know, like it's so cute. I really thought Hikari was great. Although I will say, man, was I sad when the star broke and he started crying. That really got me super emotional. He's such a good little dude, you know, like he's upset not because the star broke and it like you know, like and it startled him or anything. He was upset because he knows that star, like he misunderstood what his fathers were like trying to explain to him. That got me really emotional. I was like, oh man, this little dude, he just means so well, you know, like he's trying his best to like, you know, be a good kid for them, right? Like he wants to take care of them in the same way that they take care of him, and it's super friggin' sweet, and I really liked that. It was super friggin' cute. What else is there to talk about? Oh, the ED. I want to very quickly mention the ED because I thought I thought we were going to hear the opening chords of the song "Listen to Your Heart," which I love that song. But I was like, is this "Listen to Your Heart"? Am I about to hear "Listen to Your Heart" in the middle of an anime episode? But no, it was not "Listen to Your Heart." But now I want to see that. I demand to see somebody make a "Listen to Your Heart" edit and put it on TikTok and send it to me for Tadaima Okaeri. Want to see that. What else? So yeah, we talked about the Mpreg thing. We talked about Hikari. We talked about the Omegaverse stuff. We talked a little bit about the same-sex couple stuff. You know what? I actually do want to address something about the same-sex couple vibe, but also mixing in the Omegaverse stuff. I think the talks of like Omegas and Alphas getting together and how that's like, it's not unheard of, it's just kind of odd, is definitely code for like gay couples. They just don't want to address like the gay couples thing directly, so they're using Alpha and Omega as like an allegory for same-sex couples. I thought that was actually kind of clever. I'm not gonna lie. Again, this is not usually my bag, but I was very much like, okay, like this is how they're going to tackle that subject. This is how they're going to like address it in a way that like kind of weaves it into the narrative of the Omegaverse stuff. I thought that was actually pretty clever. Also, another thing, I guess we can talk a little bit about Masaki and Hiro. So Masaki is the Omega. He's like really submissive, I guess. He's definitely he is definitely awkward. He's an awkward dude for sure. But he means well by his family, and he's a very sweet dude. I really like Masaki a lot. He definitely is an overthinker. I can relate. But yeah, I definitely think it makes sense that he's like the Omega, right? Where he's like the submissive one. Even though Hiro doesn't necessarily portray like, you know, like big macho manly, holy shit, alpha, right? Like he is alpha energy, but not in a like annoying sort of like misogynistic mindset version of it. He's an alpha in the sense of like he's comforting, he takes care of those around him, people look up to him. As we see at his job, he is quite the bigwig. He's quite the big deal, right? So we see that in his workplace as well, that he is an alpha, but not in like a stupid, annoying way. Like he's an alpha in the sense of like he's nurturing and caring, but he's also strong and supportive. You know, like he's like a leader, right? Like, and you get that vibe from him, even though he is such a dork. the way he's like recording them, like just talking at the beginning of the episode and getting emotional and like watching it on a loop when he's supposed to be working with his coworker, and his coworker's like, dude, will you please focus? Like it's really cute. I really liked that. I think of the characters, I think Hiro's probably my favorite right now. But I do really like Masaki and Hikari quite a bit. I think they're great characters. Again, I wasn't really sure what to expect. I knew very little. I just knew it was Tadaima Okaeri was going to be this BL series done by Dean, which honestly is more than enough to sell me on the show. So I didn't know what to expect. I didn't do much research at all. So, you know, you can imagine my surprise when suddenly Mpreg and suddenly Omegaverse. But I was very pleasantly surprised. But yeah, that's pretty much all I'm going to say on that one. So I hope you guys enjoyed this random little JoJo Talks Too Much video. I know that it's been a while since we've done one of these, and so it's probably shorter than they normally were. I know these videos used to go like, oh my god, they used to go like 40 minutes. But unfortunately, I don't have time for that anymore. I am a busy boy. But you know, I will try to make these videos, these weekly little recaps on Tadaima Okaeri, you know, as often as I can, as well as the GL that's coming out soon too, and maybe Token Rambu as well. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed today's video. I will see you guys hopefully in the next one. Okay, bye-bye.